So today I'm going to show you how I made this loose floral design for my planner. And in my previous video I showed you kind of how I use this binder, some of my stickers fell out, as my bullet journal, that type of thing. You can put whatever you want. You could do like a printed out design, pictures, but I have this 90-pound watercolor paper that I make designs on, and this is actually, I've had this in all like last 2017 and I really like it. So for now I'm just gonna keep it in my planner. So that's the front, and then I did a little piece for the spine as well. And then, as mentioned in my last video, I spilled coffee all over my planner, so I wrecked the back. So I'm going to redo the back. The colors might not be exactly the same, but I'll try to show you as best I can. And then I'll show you how I cut it. So I'm using, for the green of the leaves, this Daniel Smith, it's Primatech. They're like actual minerals, so it makes it a little shimmery. It's Fuchsite Genuine. You can use whatever colors you want. But I really like this green for this loose floral technique that I do. So I'm just putting a bit of that out because I don't have this on my regular palette because it's not really like realistic for more botanical portraits and pet portraits. And then I'm also just going to put out some fresh bright violet. Pretty sure I used some of that in there. This is cobalt violet. Just really hard to open, so sometimes I use a cloth. Hopefully, there we go, it'll open. And then if I need some other colors, I will use them off my regular main palette, which kind of holds all the colors I regularly use. So for this video, I'm going to be using this brush. It's called a Winsor & Newton Squirrel Mop brush. It's just like a mop style brush, and I find it really lends itself well to this type of floral painting. But I'll probably use my regular old dollar store brush just to mix up colors, so I am easier on my sable brush for painting. So I think that's enough for the colors. I actually have not done this technique for a while, so hopefully it works out. I'm just using some inexpensive watercolor paper that I actually got from Walmart, and it's this Daler Rowney 90-pound paper, which I don't usually use because it's really thin. But it's good for the planner and such because it's thin and not too bulky and hard. So I'm just going to move that aside. And I'm going to cover this whole paper with this design, and then when I'm finished, I'll cut out or I'll crop the area that will fit into the back of my planner, and the area that I choose that I like the best. So I'm just wetting my brush. See if I can show you that. Just wetting my brush, and then I'm going to start with one of these sort of rose-like flowers, and I just get some strong color and kind of just make these little marks like in the middle of a rose, and then rinse the brush and push down and kind of just swirl it around. And then you can just add more color in. And just going to leave that like that for now, and then add in a leaf. And I like that they connect and they're still wet and they bleed together. So that's the basic technique, and I'm just gonna go around the whole paper and continue to do that, varying the color of my flower here and there and the concentration of it. And sometimes I rinse out my brush completely so I can drag the color around, and it's stronger in some areas and lighter in others. I'm not sure if you can see that this is kind of shimmery on camera, but it's a really beautiful green color. And part of the important thing for this technique is just leaving white space that is not painted in. It kind of really plays on the negative shapes that you're creating for the flower as well as what you're painting. Okay, so this is all dry now, and I have my planner here, which I'll be cutting one to fit on the back. Unfortunately, because there's these little pins or whatever to hold things in, this area here won't have the cover in it. And what I did when I originally did this was took out like the paper cover that it comes with, and then just kind of trace that out and cut it. But because I'm just redoing this and I don't have the cover anymore, I'm going to take this one out and then just trim it down. And I'll pick the area of this painting that I like the best. And I think I might just do the middle. So taking my mechanical pencil and just lightly tracing that, and then I'll just have to cut it down a little bit more to fit the back of my planner. So you can kind of see that. So I'm just going to trim this and then trim it down more. I have a Fisker's trimming kind of small paper cutter here that I'll use. I used to have a smaller one, and I actually just got this one, so I think you line it up this way. Yep, so that's quite nice. This is cool because it has like a scoring option too, so you can score and fold. The other one I had wouldn't fit quite as long, so this way it was just a bit smaller and getting kind of worn out, so I've upgraded to this one, which seems quite nice. I've recently opened like a printables section in my online store. I only have one file in it so far, and kind of how that started is I offer free digital files for people on my members list every month, and then I thought I could just offer them for people that want to buy them or make their planner similar to mine. So I might actually scan these and make them into, size them into files that will fit a planner or a binder, because I know people that have been to my workshops and stuff really love this. So that way, if you don't know how or want to paint one, you could just print it off and cut it out and kind of make your own planner cover. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Or if you're interested, or even if you want me to paint an original one and send it to you, just message me in the comments below, or you can email me at lashtonart@gmail.com too. I love making these. I could make tons of them. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. Okay, so this fits, but I have to trim a little bit off here. So I'm just going to grab my mini ruler and so that fits there. So it looks like if I trim off 2 centimeters, it'll fit. I think this is in inches, so I'm just going to double check that. So that is about right. You also get these beautiful scraps at the end of it, and I've just been recycling them, but you could use them as like little, I might cut them up and use them in my art journal as little embellishments and stuff. It seems kind of a shame to throw them out, they're so pretty. Okay, so now the moment of truth. This is nice and dry. And it's like a tiny bit small, but I think that's fine. So that's the back. So it doesn't look as good because there's these here, but it matches the front now. And that is how you make a planner cover. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll see you next Saturday. And if you want to check out any printable products that I have, or my actual physical stationery line, you can visit my website at lauraashton.ca. Thanks!